some people have a lot more income than others for altogether legitimate reasons, as I was saying earlier. They work more. They get more education. They get more training. They move to places that have more opportunity. They take all kinds of actions to invest in what economists call their human capital. And the payoff to that investment comes in the form of reaping a higher stream of income as a result. So the fact that people vary in their income earning capability is the most natural thing in the world. The grotesque thing would be if we all had the same income. And it would not only be grotesque, but it would be horrible, because the only way we could ever bring about that situation would be by the exercise of absolutely diabolical government force. This would verge on the sort of actions taken by the Pol Pot regime in Cambodia, where they tried to take everybody who had an education and herd him out to be a rice farmer alongside people who had no education. This was their notion of equality. And yes, if you exert enough force, you can bring about equality, but you also create hell on earth in the process. Now, I'm not suggesting that every measure taken to equalize income distribution reeks of Pol Pot type decisions. That's certainly not the case. But at the same time, if we punish people for earning more, we have to realize that that's going to have repercussions. It's going to reduce the incentive for people to do productive things. And to some extent, we do punish people for earning more through the tax system. And we also reward people for earning less, which creates the other incentive. It creates an incentive for people to get themselves into a position where they won't have much income, but can expect to rely on the government to give them some form of assistance. Now, whenever one discusses this, the kind of comment that comes forth tends to be, well, but we have these people who rely on government to keep their heads above water. And certainly we do. We have millions of people in that position. But it does not mean that without government measures to assist them, no one would assist them. If we say that, we're making a terrible statement about what kind of human beings we are. We're saying we would not personally help out our neighbor in trouble. Well, if that's the kind of people we are, and some of us get elected to government, are we going to be any better there when we're not only bad people, but bad people with government power in addition? I think that only compounds the problem. A lot of the government measures that are taken to supposedly help poor people are frauds. Yes, they create dependencies. Yes, they put people in a position to continually support the kinds of politicians that promise that assistance. But these have been terrible for people in many ways. They've actually changed people's character for the worst. When people were more self-reliant in this country, which they were historically, they were in that way better people. They helped one another. Nowadays, everybody waits for the government to do it. This is not a good way for human beings to make themselves better people.